Hi guys, this is Carmen Chen again. Today I'm decided to do another topic about some problems I met in sourcing. And probably I was thinking about it can be like kind of my mistake as well for sourcing. Everyone make mistakes. Sometimes manufacturer they make mistake too. But actually nobody want to make mistakes. I'm sure I make many mistakes. And actually the most important thing is that I learn from all the mistakes I made and I'm trying to improve my work, to trying to improve my service, and trying to improve everything that I can offer to make it more professional, to be more helpful, and to have more customer satisfaction. If you saw my videos before with the interview with Niels, I think you know that I talk about the Chinese New Year time. So before Chinese New Year time, it is the most like popular time to have those kind of problems for sourcing. I remember one time, I have the my customer set the order quite late. It's like beginning of January, and then the time Chinese New Year is February. But the manufacturer they start the holiday on beginning of February, so the production time is for 1,000 bag, and it takes quite a long time. In at least need 30 days, so it's like under manufacturer at this time they have a lot of orders, so they need to really push and then hire more people. Most of the factories that they will hire people like in their village, or some people that like part-time, or they don't have really like experience for doing the work. And this is a very common situation here. Everybody try to avoid, and we try to avoid, but like those manufacturers, they will have this same situation. But unless we find those big companies, of course we have very good factories. They do like the way that most of the European and American company they will do, but their price is very expensive. And most of my customers they are very price sensitive, so we need to find the good quality and with the best price. For those big factories, normally it's very difficult to have like very good price, so we have to go to the small manufacturers, and then for them they have the small production line, and that is one of the problem that I met. So until now, what I try to avoid this kind of problem, first of all, is to ask the customer please order earlier, and then I can make sure that the time is more flexible for the manufacturer. They are not rushed, because here if you rush them, it's unbelievable that it will come out with the result. Well, for the back order, they make so much mistakes. They use the wrong tape. They use the wrong color of the packaging, and so on and so on until this was a mess. This was a mess that what I met for this time for the before Chinese New Year. How I fix with this problem to make the customer still work with me is like after I know the problem happened, I talk with the manufacturer and to figure out what happened and what caused the result, what caused the problems, and then I managed to give 500 pieces back for free to the customer as like a refund. So most of the time, if this kind of situation happen, the quality problem or the production or the production time, we can always talk with the manufacturer and make sure that it can be refunded. But most of the time, I preferred that it will not happen because it will influence the customer's sale. Um, as I said, somehow I think that it's part of like my mistake as well. I should just give more warming for the customer, like to tell them to order earlier, and then another side I need to push the manufacturer, and then to make sure like more push more hard to know that they will not mess up. Every year before the Chinese New Year, I do it all the time, and then I'm very nervous about with the production line. I need to follow up every orders to make sure it's okay, and I always ask if sometimes that the customer didn't arrange the inspection. Actually, I suggest, like, especially before Chinese New Year or before any holidays, if it's a huge order and then it's a very high value of the products, I will suggest the customer to do a product inspection before they ship up. It will be much better than the normal situation, because normally, like, I I give the trust for the manufacturing, and before they ship out, I will ask the if I have people around, I will ask them to check, and if I don't have people around, I will just ask the manufacturer to do videos and pictures. And then meanwhile, when they ship to our warehouse, I always will do the last step of checking. I will ask my warehouse people to open the package and check if everything fine. And this is how I prevent with the situation, like with the before the peak time of Chinese New Year, to make any mistakes or have any unexpected situations. Basically, this is what I did for avoid this kind of before Chinese New Year disasters. And the second situation I met is about the bundle situation. So sometimes customer they order different parts of the products and then we bundle in our warehouse together. Um, some situation that just to help us the customer to save some money, and some manufacturer they are really willing to do this job for free. So in the situation that we will not doing as the normal way, that to send all the pieces to our warehouse and then we bundle in our warehouse. And in this situation that we can have more control, but just the warehouse people we need to charge the service. So to save the customers cost, we sometimes we bundle the goods with the main product suppliers warehouse. And in this kind of situation, it will happen like with, for example, we have a package of a coffee cup, and then this kind of jar, and then like these products. So this is the most expensive one. For example, this is the most expensive one, the candle. Um, we need to send all the products. We will send these two products to the candle manufacturer for them to bundle together and to packaging. So the coffee cup manufacturer, they will finish the production earlier, so they will send it to the candle manufacturer, and then they finish the second, they send it to as well. But the candle manufacturer, they need another 2 weeks to finish. So after the goods arrive in the warehouse, then it will happen with the candles manufacturer. They probably put the goods somewhere, and it will also happen that some of the workers just take it away, just have a check, take it away or store it. And then after 2 weeks, the candle manufacturer they finish the production, and then they call me and, hey, Carmen, oh, this cup is missing 10 pieces and this jar is missing 5 pieces. And this is like the worst situation that I can met, because first of all, we want to make it fast for the customer so the customer can receive the goods earlier. Then also, um, like we order 500 pieces, but you have no idea that if the manufacturer of these two cups that they made a mistake, they didn't send the full amount, or the manufacturer of the candle, the workers, they took the goods away. This situation happened few times before, so I try to avoid this kind of situation. Is every time I will, when they deliver it to the, of course, the best solution is we do it in our warehouse so we can make sure every number is right, and then nobody will take those parts away, because it's our own warehouse with camera. If somebody take it away, we will know, we will check the camera. Finally, to figure out the solution to deal with this kind of problem, I every time from manufacturer A B to send it to manufacturer C, every time I will make sure that the manufacturer C will count all the pieces and tell me if it's missing something, and not just right before they finish their goods and start to pack, and then they told me that, oh, we're missing this and that. When they pack the final, I will make sure that they count for the pieces and then to make sure it's all good. Because if it's like after 2 weeks, the manufacturer A, B, they will say, no, we count the right number. It should be some problems happen to the other factory's warehouse. And then this kind of situation happen, it will be like you cannot brand on anything because nobody can prove that they didn't take the goods. So this is the second situation, and that is the solutions I try to make it. And then actually I used to trust people, and then when I'm sourcing and then I communicate with the boss of the manufacturer, I have built out the trust. Then I found that sometimes too much trust is also a mistake. Like I cannot like 100% trust them to do the things. I always need to put an eye double eyes on it to check everything that if it runs well. Slowly that I reduce the trust for the manufacturer. Everything, every time I need to check for every details. And finally to our warehouse, I always need to ask my workmen to open the boxes. Some of the, of course, they cannot open all the boxes. We just need to put random boxes and just to some random pieces to check if all good, all right. Because I don't want to make mistakes, and I don't want like the customer order one thing and then the manufacturer send another thing, because it happens also many times. Many times I have many problems, but I all try to solve it to find a solution, and that is what I need to do. And to prove all the skills by mistakes, problems, and then to prove our company's abilities and the service, just to provide a better service.